The Rock versus Con Air. You can help decide which is the greater movie once and for all. Duh. Or you can bow down to one of the greatest albums ever made, which can only mean Stevie Wonder had something to do with it. Just two of the weekend happenings brought to us by Dick and Dave.
Dick, as the whole world knows by now, is Richard Burroughs of the Brooklyn Reader. Welcome, sir.
Cheers, cheers.
And Dave, as increasingly large sections of the tri-state area know him, is David Cologne, now of Gothamists.
What?
Hey, guys.
Yes. Hey, they're live in our studio.
What?
And we are dry today. Oh, look at this. It's a Bartolo Cologne jersey today.
That's right.
It's a spotting.
Appropriate, because they share the same last name. Any relation to Big Sexy, as he's called?
No, I tell people he's my cousin, but it's not close to true.
Well, no bartender today. Whoa, excuse me, easy for me to say. So we're just going to get to you guys' picks. I'm sure you're picking the Mets, even though they lost last night.
It's not a great time.
Dick will be first. Brooklyn Flea Record Fair?
So people really like records. You might even find Songs in the Key of Life, which is the Stevie Wonder event that I will mention later. But and it's made a comeback. Sort of vinyl's like making a comeback. They're making turntables again. They're you know, just sort of having this rejuvenation. So if you really like records, you can go to Brooklyn Flea Record Fair on under the Manhattan Bridge Archway Plaza. Yeah. And it's Saturday from 11 to 6, and it's going to be like a gazillion people with records out there. It's like record stores from like Rough Trade and Annex.
I remember records.
Yeah, and it's a bunch of vendors as well. Because if you're out there for that long, I'm sure you're gonna get hungry. Yeah. So they'll have a bunch of food options for you. But most likely, if you really like records, that's an amazing place to go.
I'm looking for a copy of Free to Be You and Me.
Who's that?
Marlo Thomas.
Oh, okay.
They sung that on Sesame Street, I think.
Okay. Okay.
You and Me.
If any of the viewers have a copy for Brian, please send it in. Do you do records, Dick?
I break records like for the Guinness Book. But
there you go.
That's a whole other thing.
We didn't even plan that answer.
Before we do move on, can I ask your favorite album covers of all time?
Well,
That's
you know
what
what
we lost when we went to all this music in your ears and your pockets.
And like I've literally I curate an art exhibition called Cover Lover, where all the artists do reinterpretations of their favorite or iconic album covers. Yeah. I think that I would really literally go with the Stevie Wonder album cover because I think because of what it reminds me of.
The circly,
right. It reminds me of just like this pure goodness, this record that like when my parents was playing, I was like, every song that everyone was just amazing, like more amazing than the next one. So I think that the actual music influences me to really love that cover.
I know Brian's more of a Sgt. Pepper's guy, isn't that right, Brian?
Oh, what are you gonna do? Anything by the Ohio Players.
Right.
You know why.
Atlantic.
Oh yeah.
Is that? Oh, that's coming up. That time of year
Sunday,
again?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's always right when fall starts. It's always right near my birthday.
Right.
And this time it's on September 25th. If you don't know, big, giant street fair from Atlantic Avenue, from the part right by the water all the way down to like where it gets with Flatbush and 4th Avenue and that horrible traffic vortex. Yep. Street's closed to cars. It's wonderful. Walk around, get some food, see some things. There'll be people selling records and stuff. It's not the Brooklyn Flea Record Fair, but there'll be weirdos selling their wares. And just a nice place to hang out. You can walk around. Good stroll. Just down Atlantic. Have a beer while you're walking around. You know, put it in a cup, and nobody really bothers you.
There'll also be a natural hair show.
At 2 o'clock.
There'll be a what?
A natural hair show. Jinx.
2 p.m.
We may have gotten that in our ear.
One of our producers may be in it.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, hey.
Perfect.
Instagram, main moves.
The Antics always a good time, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes. This is going to be, remember over the summer,
we are Heights.
They had they had that project where they were painting all the portraits of people.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. All the neighborhoody people.
Right.
Around.
So they painted 200 portraits of just a wide spectrum of people. And to celebrate that, it's finally coming to fruition. They're going to have an exhibition.
That's awesome.
So they're going to have an opening on Sunday, and it's basically going to be a parade. All the 200 people are going to parade down with musicians. They're going to parade down I think Eastern Parkway. Yeah, Eastern Parkway, and they're going to head to the actual Children's Museum, the Brooklyn Children's Museum, where the actual opening is going to be. So that's going to be something. Parades are like, you know, we need better press for parades, because once that whole Juve Carnival Eastern Parkway thing happens,
in the wins column.
Yeah, exactly. This could, like, you know, check a good box as opposed to the guy got stabbed.
We are crownheights.org.
Right, we are crownheights.org, and that's going to be
no
awesome.
violence at the portrait parade.
None.
Please.
None.
Portrait parade.
None.
At this, there'll be a decent amount of violence, but it'll all be on the screen.
Right.
Where Joe Pera,
That vote.
who
our pal.
I've spoken of very warmly on this show, Ben Kronberg, who I don't, to be honest, don't know.
He was on Stand Up
as much
Brooklyn.
enough. Oh, well, there we go. He
Greg
was on
Johnson.
Greg Johnson's Stand Up Brooklyn. But they're going to be having a debate about which is the better ridiculous action movie, Con Air or The Rock. And you know, you get to watch The Rock. I personally, I would say Con Air. Con Air is a ludicrous movie. The Rock is pretty ridiculous, but, like, you know, Ed Harris as your villain doesn't quite bring it up to the heights. John Malkovich just, like, chewing scenery and nobody telling him, no, you can't say the line like that. No, you have to do it again. It was just him. And, you know, John Cusack randomly
in
the movie, right? And they're all, it's just a, like, the idea that they're like, yeah, we're just gonna put all the dangerous criminals on an airplane and it'll be fine. Nothing.
So we're
nothing
all
can
in
go wrong.
agreement here. Con Air.
So I say Con Air. Con Air. You know, The Rock is fun. There's I'm gonna enjoy gutting you, boy, and like watching Nick Cage say that. But the entirety of Con Air, I think, beats.
And I'm pretty sure that airline was Spirit Airline.
They gave them water. It couldn't be.
Right. So again, I love this album. Unfortunately, I wasn't of the age to, like, say, oh my God, my first girlfriend was too. But, like, this is an amazing album. Classic Album Sunday over at Good Room is a very worthwhile sort of experience. They have this state-of-the-art sound system, and they put a record on in its entirety, and you get all, like, you can hear, like, if it's birds in the song, you can, like, hear the birds.
Do they play it real loud?
They play it at a decent level, but the sound quality is so amazing that you don't have to pump it. Like, you know, it's not like output. You know, you just play it at a decent level, and you hear all the things. And literally, it's $8 in advance, $10 at the door, and they have a giveaway, a contest. So if you win a contest, you can win the book that someone wrote about Songs of the Key of Life. You can win 2 tickets to actually go to Classic Album Sundays, and you can also win a copy of
Good Room.
Yeah, yes. And that's gonna be dope. Like, that's something, like, you don't. It's not like a. It's kind of a passive experience, but it just sounds so amazing that I'm sure, like, on Sunday from 4 to 7, that's a nice thing to do. And it's very appreciative. You feel like you just did something.
Sure.
Dave.
So I don't know if you guys remember. A couple months ago, talked about the last feeling gloomy that was happening over at the Grand Victory. Well, they're back. They're at Littlefield. I don't know if this is going to be a permanent home, but they are at least having the most recent one since they, unfortunately, the Grand Victory closed down. And this will, you know, be typical of them, as Morrissey and Smith's dance party, and I guess there's also a Morrissey concert happening this weekend, maybe. I saw people talking about that. Yeah, he's been around. Cool. He was just at Riot Fest. They had to not serve any meat while he was on stage.
That's bizarre.
I mean, he's very strict about all that. So, you know, Take Me Out Tonight. Obviously, if you're a Smiths fan, you'll get that. And you just got a whole lot of, you know, mopey Brit pop 80s, but you could still dance to it, and maybe you meet a nice other person who's sad and wants to kiss or something.
Listen, I love this night. I love Littlefield. I'm going to say something very controversial, though. I can never get into the Smiths. I always thought they were kind of overrated. Am I fired?
No, everybody's fine. Everybody can have opinions.
But go hang out.
Yeah,
all you
and that's
Morrissey
on Saturday.
lovers.
That's on Saturday night.
Morrissey gloomy lovers. Okay, so, you know, Word Rock in Sword is a festival that sort of celebrates women. It was started by Toshi Reagan several years ago. What is VI? What does that mean? I'm like
6.
It's like the Super
Roman
Bowl.
numerals.
It's like the Super Bowl. So 6 years ago, she started this. It is, for this year, 2 parts of it is going to be in Brooklyn. The middle part is going to be Le Poison Rouge, but the film festival, which really is the crux of the experience of sort of people telling their stories, is really dope. That's going to be at Skylight in Restoration Plaza. And then the Sunday service to close it out is going to be at Bedvine Brew on Sunday. But I think women are. It's a challenge to be a woman, needless to say.
Yeah.
It's challenging in so many ways that to celebrate them and to really sort of focus and hone in on the challenges and the slippery slope that they have to navigate.
Yeah.
I think is very important.
Yeah, big weekend, lots going on.
Women.
Yes.
Dave,
Take
what's
us
next?
home.
Brooklyn Poor? No, not Brooklyn Poor.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Poor. The Village Voice.
Craft
the
beer
big,
festival.
giant craft beer festival. They used to do it over at one Hanson Place, and they moved it over to the Brooklyn Expo Center in Greenpoint, so it'll be there. But it's the same thing as it's always been. Village Voice gets a whole bunch of craft beer people together, breweries from all over the state. Cool. And everybody just kind of hangs out, drinks a bunch of beer. You get tokens and stuff, so you can try things. So that'll be Saturday for 3 hours. Well, get a bunch of beer.
Get out there. Get drunk, everybody.
Do it.
Right.
It's the weekend.